Hello, everyone. Bilal Malas here, and head of client success and partner at Lux Sales Consulting. I'm joined today with Jurie, who is out of South Africa, our first South African case study, which is awesome. And more specifically, Jurie is a certified financial planner, again, based out of South Africa in Private Wealth Management Limited. And so I'd love for us to talk about your journey so far, Jurie, and tell us more about what you specialize in, who you help exactly, and all that good stuff.
Right, yeah. As Bilal mentioned, I'm Jurie, financial planner, South Africa. So we specialize in wealth management specifically, but we also do holistic financial planning. Through the SLS framework, I niched down into tech professionals, so software engineers, software developers, web developers, etc. As I am a younger planner, most planners in South Africa are much older, and generally in tech, they're also younger, good earning clients. So it's a ideal client for me.
Awesome. Yeah. So you added one client, and you're looking to add another one this coming week, or maybe you've added it last week. So far you added 2 ideal clients, or how many?
Yeah. So one client, and then the other client I'm seeing tomorrow afternoon, but it's pretty much signed. Just need to get him through the line. So 2 ideal clients in about 2-3 months that I've joined now. So it's great turnover.
Fantastic. And more specifically, in terms of your offerings, there's a focus on investments and also providing them with insurance. In terms of like for you, an ideal client, how much in terms of value could one ideal client generate in terms of revenue for the business?
So I would say an ideal client, looking at investment and insurance, in rand terms, probably about 1,000 rand a month in fees. So the first one was a bit shy of that, but he's still young, so he's going to grow into that. Good income earner. The second one is also nearly there, but also a good income earner. So just the way that our fees are structured, it grows with the client. So
fantastic.
Those fees will come up in time.
Awesome. Yeah, well, we'll have to do the conversion because the rand I wouldn't know, but
it's 17 to the dollar. We did the conversion with Tiffany before. I think it was about $30 or something.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. And for us, also really want to talk about is specifically, for those watching this video, you're out of South Africa, and what are some of the challenges that you've had, in maybe, because I know in the US and Canada, they have their own specific challenges, but for you, before joining our SLS framework, like what challenges were you facing in terms of getting in front of more ideal clients, and what were you relying on to do that?
So in South Africa, because it's a smaller percentage of people that are actually ideal clients in terms of the wealth of South Africa, it is quite difficult to get in front of good qualified clients. So before just relying, I use LinkedIn because it's the best way to prospect. But the conversion rates is obviously very low when you do it manually. And also then just referrals. It's basically, it was a long time building up a client base and then just relying on referrals. But also few and far between. So you need something that actually generates proper leads consistently.
And you were investing into ads as well. From the company was, and you weren't getting ideal leads though, right?
That was the main problem. Was it wasn't ideal. So even though it's paid ads on Facebook, we used as well, and LinkedIn, it wasn't ideal clients. Even throwing money at the problem didn't work.
Well, for you, and then what ended up happening is for you joined our SLS framework, and what's the main difference that you saw after joining, like in terms of what you were using versus how it is right now?
Sure. I would say the quantity of ideal clients or potential ideal clients is way more. And also obviously the quality, it was just better. So you generally find that if the one goes up, the other one goes down. Quantity goes up, quality goes down, but on both ends it's better.
For you, like, what was the biggest win? Like when you joined our SLS framework, I know you had some reservations at the beginning, but then, you got into it and then, you saw that it was real and then you worked with our client success team, you launched. Tell us more about, like one win that you specifically remember vividly and you're like, wow, okay, this is the real deal.
I think it was after I closed my first client, after 2 meetings, I think, because he was one of the first guys I met. So I think it was just after month 1. And already my next 2 weeks were fully booked with discovery calls. So that's when the penny dropped to say, well, hey, I'm actually going to stick with these guys. They know what they're doing. Because I was actually part of a similar program, but guys here in South Africa that does things similar to the SLS framework, but not nearly close enough. So I thought it's going to be the same, and I'm not going to get any results, because from that I didn't get any results, not even meeting clients. So yeah, after that I was full of faith.
Well, I think
proof is in the pudding.
Proof is in the pudding, and obviously we have all these case studies for for you to get inspired by, and I think that's one of the main reasons why you joined. Obviously, one of the things is, hey, I'm from South Africa. How is this going to work for me? And obviously, it's a universal framework, right? So if something that works, in Africa, just like it's going to work in the Americas or in Australia, in the end, you need to use an online platform to get in front of our ideal clients in an automated way as possible. And obviously, you need to build that trust, which I'm pretty sure that's like, for example, those first calls that you had, like how much leverage did you feel like you had versus like if you had just a cold call?
Yeah, no, it's chalk and cheese. I mean, because it feels like the guys want to talk to you. Even though the guy that I had a discovery call today with, when I asked him the question of, so what resonated with you to take the call, he said your persistence. So sometimes it's also just the persistence, but yeah, I think it was, yeah, it's just a great way of getting in front of clients.
Absolutely. Well, hey, Jurie, I appreciate you for sharing all of that. It's going to inspire a lot of people, and hopefully we'll get some more South African clients so you're not alone and they can have our own Q&A calls there. But that's awesome. I appreciate you for the time today, and that should be it.
Thanks.